All right, hey guys, this is Marshy, and today I'm bringing you a couple of my incredible clients who I just finished working with, Nick and Erin. And these two, they're an amazing couple. They've got a young daughter, Quinn, as well. And we did some work together last year, and they just finished up for about an 8-month period, and they've achieved some incredible results together. Their net worth, let's just look at the numbers before, has increased, what was it, $148,000. They've almost doubled it. Their cash flow with some of the great decisions has also reduced by about $14,000 per year. And it's an honor to be able to have a conversation with these two today. So thank you, Erin and Nick, for being here and having a chat with us.
Thanks for having us.
Now, first, guys, I'll start with you, Erin. Before we started working together at the start of 2022, how were you feeling about your financial situation, your money situation?
I think it just sort of felt automatic, like we didn't really think too much about it. We sort of just had one account that was sort of savings, sort of slash anything we wanted sort of got taken out of there. So it didn't feel as it was growing as much as it should have been from both of our wages. So I think, yeah, it was a bit like we weren't really watching where things were going, or we weren't thinking like, how can we save just for this and keep everything sort of separate. It was just all in there together.
Yeah. So what I'm kind of hearing is like going through the motions a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about for you, Reggie? And for guys, Reggie's his nickname, so it is actually Nick. But Reggie, how was it for you? How were you feeling it before we started working together?
Yeah, a bit the same. Yeah, we sort of just both were making reasonable money, but didn't really have any structure. So yeah, now that we've got all these things in place, it's sort of, know where your money's going, and yeah, like just to not have any loans or anything now, and having a place for everything. And like pretty much as soon as we started with you, or halfway through, Erin finished up her maternity leave and whatnot, so we were back to one wage, and to get the results we got was, unreal, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it, because you were back on one wage. So, and I know during the time as well, there were some personal challenges. Little Quinn had some moments where she wasn't too well either. So although there was a lot of personal challenges last year for you both and the family, you guys still kept some incredible financial goals. And what I'm curious about was, what was it that actually made you guys make the decision to do this work and to work with someone like myself?
I think we'd spoken about it for a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like we want, instead of just saving for things that we want now, we sort of want to think in terms of what we want in the future and what we want our life to look like in 10, 20, 30 years time, and sort of set ourselves up for that, set Quinn up for that, instead of just thinking, next year we want to do this, we'll save for that. We sort of wanted ways where we could make our money work for itself, really, instead of us having to be the ones going out there, spending our time making every dollar that we get. I think we wanted to have some strategies in place where we could do that without us spending so much time working.
Yeah. So you were starting to think more about the future now that you got a young one, and just being smart with your money, so you don't always have to work hard for it. So making some smarter decisions right now.
Yeah.
Nice. And what was the most helpful and the most beneficial thing that we did together? Like, what was really impactful for you guys?
Probably for me, your cash flow system. Or actually even having that sheet of your net worth. Like, you feel like you're constantly forking money out on your loans and things like that, but really you are paying things off, and it is increasing your net worth without you really knowing it. So it's really nice to see that even though we're paying for all these different things, how our net worth is actually increasing.
Yeah, So psychologically, that felt good for you, Erin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About you?
How about for you, Reggie? What was most impactful for you?
Yeah, probably just we probably got a bit carried away with what we wanted to do. Like we wanted to try and do everything. Like, yeah, put money away, save for holidays, invest and stuff. And I think sort of dragged us into a bit better place and just to knock these loans off and get to the next step and then start thinking about how our money can work for us pretty much.
Yeah, nice, mate, nice. And what are you guys most proud of during this last 12 months or this last 8 to 10 months?
Probably selling the car, I think. Sacrificing something for bigger and better things. Like at the end of the day, Nick works week on, week off. We don't, at this stage, we don't, need 2 cars, and that was sort of the car that would sit there for a while and we wouldn't use until, we had to go to Adelaide or whatever. And I think I'm really proud that we decided to do something like that because we'd rather buy another house or, invest something like that instead of spending all that money on something that's only decreasing in value by sitting there.
Yeah, and that was a huge decision that you recently made to do that, to get rid of to sell the car to get rid of the loan, because when we first started with the credit cards plus the car loan, so the consumer debt was, I think it was about $80,000 like when we first started, and that's all gone now.
Yeah.
So you made some awesome decisions and done some great, that's massive. And like I was saying before, your yearly expenses went from about $74,000 a year down to $60,000. So that's $14,000 less expenses because of all that consumer debt that you paid off. So you guys have made some awesome decisions together. And what about for you, Nick? What are you most proud of over these last 12 months?
Probably making the small sacrifices for a lot more gain really. Like selling the car, it's a bit of a pain, and like it's nice to have a nice car, but like I said, like we're better off without it. Like we're more happy that without it than with it. So and then also putting extra money in my super, and that's probably one of the best ways I can pay less tax, and it didn't really affect my pay anyway. Yeah. So just little things that take time and you need to make a decision on, and just doing them pretty much, like just biting the bullet and just doing it.
Yeah, I love that actually, Reggie, because that brought up a few other things. And it's so what you said there about decision making, it's like a lot of people struggle with decision making. But during this process, you guys have made a lot of decisions and a lot of great decisions, and putting more towards your super. And also, I remember you even asked your employer for a pay rise, and you got it too, which is like that's ballsy and courageous in itself. So, just want to acknowledge you again for that once more, Nick. But guys, looking forward into the future, how are you now feeling about your finances and your future together as a family? I'll start with you, Erin.
So much better. I think it's nice to, I guess, be on the same page together, have something clear that you want to do and what you want your future to look like, instead of just going year to year sort of thing. I think a lot less stressed now, even though, I'm doing a bit of work here and there, not earning as much as I was, but even then it still feels like we're not as stressed about money. We go out and enjoy things like we did before, but I guess you'd always sort of have in the back of your mind, you don't want to take money out of your savings to do certain things. I think now we think about it and we account for it and prepare for it. So we're not in that situation where we're dragging money out of our savings.
Yeah, nice. That's massive. And how about for you, Nick?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. So how are you now feeling there, like with your money and your financial future for you and your family?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're obviously in a bit better place, and we sort of haven't got exact plan in place, but we're sort of in a good spot where we can build our money and sort of keep working on it. Sort of look towards them 10 to 15 years time, instead of looking pretty much year by year, and still coming out with not much in savings and making bad decisions. I feel like we're in a good place where we aren't gonna slip back into that sort of
And I think we both know what we want to be able to do in the future, so we're a lot more not going to end up making those silly decisions like we have in the past, because we know what we want looking forward now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's so important to know what you want as individuals and as a couple as well, and to start working towards it, which you guys have done this year. And I think the future is really bright for you both. And I'm super, super proud of what you two have achieved together. And you guys should be super proud of what you've done for you guys and for Little Quinn as well. So I just wanted to acknowledge you again for all the great work that you've done, for coming on here today and sharing a bit of your success story. And I wish you guys all the best in the future. And I'm sure that you've inspired some people here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.